Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we will learn about grid layout. So far we have used tables, floats, position properties and inline block to design and structure our layouts. But all these methods were more like hacks. Flex helped creating layouts, but it's intended for simpler one-dimensional layouts and not complex two-dimensional ones. Grid is the very first CSS module created specifically to solve the layout problem. The grid layout offers a grid-based layout system with rows and columns, making it easier to design web pages. Let's try to understand some of the concepts of CSS grid layout. Say we have this grid layout. The parent element needs to have a display value grid, and it is called grid container. And all these elements wrapped inside the container are called grid items. As I mentioned earlier, the grid layout has rows and columns. The vertical lines of grid items are called columns and the horizontal lines of grid items are called rows. If you noticed, there is a space between rows and columns. The gap between rows is called row gap and the space between columns is called column gap. The grid layout gives us control to change the value for both row and column gap. And as the name suggests, the name of the property is row gap, column gap, or if you want to give same value to both, you could use grid gap. The row and column gap represents vertical and horizontal lines. The lines between rows are called row line and the lines between columns are called column lines. Each line has a position. The first row line has a position 1, the next row line has a position 2, and so on. Similarly, the first column line has a position 1, the next column line has a position 2, and so on. These line numbers help us control the row span and column span in our grid layout. In the coming videos, we will learn how to use these concepts to design and structure our layouts. That's all for today, guys. If there is something that you did not understand, feel free to drop a comment and we will discuss it. See you in the next video. Bye and take care.